to Steve Taylor's High School Stars of the Week. I'm Nick Marconi here with Tom Cole, Terry Crosby, and Nadine today, actually. Steve's going to be out of the office. We got a great show. We've got the first female quarterback at Liberty-Benton grade school, and then we've got an amazing golf team. Guys, take it away.
Hi, Tom Cole for Steve Taylor's High School Stars. Certainly an honor and a privilege for me to be here with stars of our own, superstar Mr. Terry Crosby, and our star intern, Nadine Gemma from Lourdes, tremendous basketball player, point guard, shooting guard, all kinds of talents here at Taylor. And Nadine's doing a great job. Nadine, we're glad to have you join the set of Steve Taylor's High School Stars.
Glad to be here.
Is it scary or is it okay?
I'm a little nervous.
A little nervous. You'll be great. No issue at all. I get nervous sitting next to Cross too. So it's just something that happens, But it'll all work out.
And by the way, the boss is not here, but the show must go on, right, Tim?
Yeah.
What I want to know, who's ready for some football? That's what I want to know.
I'm with you on that. Well, that's a great segue, Cross, because we're talking about, and this was actually Steve's find. Give Steve credit for this. A young lady who's playing quarterback at the Liberty-Benton grade school team. Her name is Addison Fleck, and she's the first female quarterback in the history of the school. And I tried to play quarterback for many years in grade school, high school, college, and a little semi-pro. Wasn't any good at it, but I tried. And that she deserves a lot of credit because that's a male-dominated sport.
Yes.
And Cross, that had to be very difficult for her.
Indeed, Tom. And you know what I admire so much about this story is, number one, her courage.
Right.
And number two, the level of confidence that she has.
Yeah, you need some confidence.
A female competing against an all-boys team.
Yeah.
So she is an absolute superstar in my eyes.
If I was going to hire somebody for a company, Nadine,
Yes.
I would know about this young lady that she's, as Cross said, she's not afraid. And, part of life is not being afraid. Teddy Roosevelt used to say, put yourself in the arena, which meant try.
Right.
You're going to be criticized, but try. And if you have the guts to put yourself out there, eventually good things will happen.
Yes.
Nadine, being an accomplished athlete that you are out at Lourdes and a great student that you are, that had to be inspiring even to you, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Growing up, I loved playing all kinds of sports. I love playing football, and just to see that she's doing this, kudos to her trying to do this. I know she's probably going to do great this season and everything, so I wish her the best in everything she does. So, yeah,
well said, Nadine, coming from one outstanding female athlete to another one. So that's very good. Gang, we're going to move on to Anthony Wayne in golf. Cross, I know you and I aren't golfers. Steve's a golfer, Nick's a golfer. But Anthony Wayne's golf team is extraordinary. They've been entered in 6 tournaments this year. They've won 5 out of 6, and they've set school records twice.
Yes.
So, golf is a different game. It's not a game I understand. I'm not any good at it. I think you need to have a lot of determination, patience, technique, a lot of things going on in golf, Cross.
Right. And I know one of your favorite quarterbacks in the NFL of all time is Broadway Joe.
Yeah,
I know that.
Yeah.
And he was one of my favorites too. And I always admired him because he had that mental toughness. Under pressure, he was extremely cool, extremely composed, and that's what golfers are.
Yeah.
They're out there on their own, and you make a bad shot, don't worry about it. Just go to the next one.
Yeah, and what you just said is so important there. I think in athletics in general, if you have a bad play, you were a superstar in basketball and football, but you're going to have a bad play. You're going to fumble, you're going to do something incorrect, but you got to erase it and go to the next one. And Nadine, is kind of like that in basketball. I'm sure you don't make many bad plays, but let's say you make a bad pass and it's a turnover, and you can't dwell on that, right?
Yeah, you got to just make up on the next play. And I know golf is a very tough sport. I took it up this summer. I went this past weekend, almost broke a club because I was so frustrated. So you gotta have a lot of determination, like you said, to do that. It's to be good.
Well, Nadine, I'll tell you where my clubs are. I forget what course it is. It was in Toledo. They had like a little pond, and might have been a Spite and Dival, or I don't know where it was, but many years ago. My clubs are crossed at the bottom of that pond. I tossed them all in, and they went to the bottom, and I walked to my car, and that was kind of the end of the golfing career at that point in time.
Well, I'm going to match you on this one because Your clubs are at the bottom. My balls are at the bottom of Swan Creek. Okay?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Each and every one of them.
Well, you know, it's an interesting business, so we're getting off track a little bit, but in Florida, it's a huge business. These guys retrieve golf balls.
Right.
You know, all the water, obviously, in Florida around the courses. But the deal is, I mean, they make, I know a guy personally in Florida is making $150,000 a year retrieving golf balls out of the water. He's got the scuba gear, the whole 9 yards. But there's one caveat that's a problem, and that is gators. So you're down in the bottom, right? You're scuba, grabbing golf balls, and then, hello, how we doing? You know. So it's an interesting thing. But kudos to the Anthony Wayne golf team. Great job, tremendous job. Kudos to, as Nadine said very well, and you did, Cross, our young quarterback out at Liberty-Benton, Addison Fleck. That's all great. All Steve Taylor High School stars. And our way out, we always do. We're going to do a trivia from now on. We're kind of doing a Facebook Live kind of deal, so it gives it a little different look. It's a $25 gas card,
yes,
right? Okay,
yes.
$25 today. That's not a bad thing, right? Who turns down a gas card? China's going, I'll take it. What the heck? Yeah. So here's the question: a little presidential trivia. A lot of our presidents played football. A lot of them had football in their background. Richard Nixon, Jerry Ford, a number of others. But John Kennedy at Harvard played football. Tell us what position that he played on the football team. That's all you have to do. Just boom, 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 you know. Log in and tell us, and the first response that is correct, you get a $25 gas card. So again, what position did John Kennedy play at Harvard in football? Pretty simple. You don't have to know anything other than name a position, right?
Yes.
Hey, it's been great, Cross, doing the Steve Taylor High School Stars. I want to thank Marcos, as always, for Nadine. We give all of our stars, we send them a pizza certificate. So
nice.
maybe we send you one for being a guest on the show, quite possibly.
That'd be awesome.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Good
If
job.
we do send it, Cross is going to be over wanting to have the pizza. I'll just tell you that right now.
Yes.
But special thanks to Marcos, Nadine for being our guest, and hopefully that we'll do this again. And Super Cross, as always, super. So Tom Cole for the Steve Taylor High School Stars. Thanks so much.